And from now on, I'm doing things my way, Tezzie's way or HighWay.
What is going on, the siblings? You're watching Tezzie's Way or HighWay, and I'm your host, Tezzie Baby, the favorite little sister. Y'all, guess what we gotta do? Let's get into some Tezzie news. Y'all, let me tell y'all about this man, right? When I say this man has been my husband since I was a child, for the ones that know me since I was a kid, y'all know who I'm talking about. I am talking about Neo. But it's just the cutest thing when you get to fussing, cause it didn't help the fact that I just wanna eat you. I don't mean no disrespect when I start staring. Hold on. This how much I love Neo, y'all. Sexy love, you're the things you do. Oh, baby, now keep me scrolling. Keep me running back to you. Hold on, no. Let me change it out one more time. What y'all wanna hear? I'm thinking, and I'm so sick of love songs, so tired of tears, so done with wishing you are still here. Said I'm so sick of love songs. Oh my goodness, let me sing. Can I play some more? Should I play some more? Missing a candy. That's why I love her. Oh, hold on. I love her cause she got her own. She got her own. I love it when she say it's cool, I got it. Alright. Y'all see the vibe. So, Neo has been my husband, my man forever. For freaking ever now. So, let's get into him. But before we get into him, I want to tell y'all a little story time real quick. I'm gonna give y'all a story time on Tezzie News. So, y'all know the social media MySpace. So, my MySpace page used to be Ms. Bubbles, right? But the email with the MySpace page, we'll talk about Ms. Bubbles and that character later on down the line, because that is a funny story. But my Yahoo, if y'all don't know about Yahoo emails, look it up. You might be too young for this. But my Yahoo used to be T_Neo_forever. Like, that was my man. Like, nobody can tell me Neo is not my man. So it was always spelled like TEE_NEYO _forever FOREVER. And that was my email. I used that email, and it's so crazy because I've been trying to get into this email. Somebody from Yahoo, if Yahoo is still around, because I really want to get into this email. I'm just saying, I don't remember the password or anything. Like, I don't remember. But that's how in love with Neo I was. Like, that is my man. Like, I don't care who I date, you will always know Neo my man. Like, that was my husband. Like, it's just something that's just that, my man. But we gotta get into my man, because in reality, he has 4 women, and I can't be a part of this poly situationship, so eventually he's gonna have to divorce me, because my man has been tripping. But no, let's get into it. So he has 4 women. They all know about each other. If I'm not mistaken, it's like a poly relationship, but they all know about each other. They all know the rules. I guess they can only be with him. They can't have another man, or I guess they get the boo, however it gets to be. But he speaks on the polyamorous relationship with him and his guidelines, and his kids come first, of course. And you know what? I think I should play the clip. Let's play the clip.
What happens if one is on your nerves?
Then that one is on my nerves.
What happens if one is not working for you anymore?
then that one might have to go.
Mm.
At the end of the day, the most important factor to all of this is my happiness, because I'm the person that is keeping the boat afloat. Okay, and the same way they tell you in the airport with the mask, you got to put on your own mask before you can help anybody else put their mask on. But what that basically means is that if you messed up, you can't help nobody else.
Yeah.
I have 7 children that I have to maintain my sanity for. Okay,
Jeez.
the last thing I'm gonna do is let you mess that up for them, because they come before anybody else. So as long as you keeping me happy, I'm gonna keep you happy. The day that changes is the day that the lineup might have to change, and that's just what it is. And mind you, everybody understands that. Everybody knows that. I want you here. I don't need you here. I would love for you to stay.
Is this going to be a reality show?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not. No. That's another thing I'm against. I feel like, in any relationship, be it monogamous, polyamorous, it's certain aspects of your relationship that you're supposed to keep for yourself. You don't want people in your damn bedroom. It's not their business. Nah, I'm gonna give y'all the bits and pieces I give y'all, and y'all gonna be all right with that, or you're not. Either way, that's what it is. I don't need y'all in my full business. No.
You're having a good time.
I'm having a great time. I'm having a great time.
Are you tired?
No. No.
So he said this on the Angie Martinez show podcast. I'm not sure if she's doing a podcast or she do a show, or is it her radio show? I can't remember. But he was just speaking on the dynamics of his situation with his 4 women, polyamorous. And listen, if they not being lied to, there's no games, and they are consenting to being with 4 women plus him, then who am I to judge? I'm disappointed because that's my man forever. So you 4 women, like when I meet them, I'm telling you, when I meet them in person, because I met him before over Zoom, like it's cat. But when I meet him in person, that's gonna be my man for the little time being top, But y'all can have y'all real man back. But that's that on that. So, Cleveland, Ohio. The Kia boys got a new vehicle target. Wow. So the new vehicle target is Jeep Cherokee. So I'm not sure if they still gonna be getting and snatching the kids. I don't even know how they do it, but they have new technology where they are getting the Jeep Cherokee. So if you have a Jeep Cherokee, be on alert. And I'm gonna play this news clip.
You have heard it all about how car thieves steal vehicles. Now there's something new. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Damon Maloney.
And I'm Katie Houston. News 5 anchor Tracy Carlos tells us about the high-tech way criminals are targeting another make and model. And she has a warning from police in a story you'll see first on 5.
Cleveland police are sounding the alarm about a troubling trend. Thieves are using new technology to steal vehicles.
I didn't even know that was something that was possible to do.
We've told you about the stolen Kias and Hyundais, but now thieves have a new target.
I think it's ridiculous because we had the thing with the Kias and now it's the Jeep now.
Cleveland police took to Facebook to warn drivers. They say thieves are going high-tech to steal Jeep Cherokees and Grand Cherokees.
It does involve some more advanced equipment, so it's not just is spur of the moment or is an easily taught thing. But people are able to do it, and we've seen it more and more often being used.
Police say the thieves are using scanner tools to gain access to the electronic system, then reprogramming a blank key fob to the vehicle's information. It takes less than 90 seconds.
We've seen search warrants where there's police find blank key fobs in someone's house, as well as with some of the equipment that the locksmiths use to reprogram these vehicles. They've been found in several search warrants.
Harrison Epp just bought a Jeep a few months ago.
It worries me a little bit.
The Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Crime Strategies Unit focuses on violent crime, but often officials say stolen vehicles are used to commit violent crime.
Focus is always on violent crime. So when we started seeing time and again these drive-by shooting reports and other uses of a firearm reports involving these Jeep vehicles, and you're starting to see time and again that it's these stolen Jeeps, you start to notice that pattern pretty quickly.
In Cuyahoga County since November, there have been 62 Jeep Grand Cherokees or Cherokees that have been stolen. And officials believe thieves used or possibly used this technology in 20 of those thefts. In Cleveland, Tracy Carlos, News 5. So this comes as Kia thefts continue to be a problem here in Northeast Ohio. In November of last year, our Clay Lepard spoke with a father of a 13-year-old boy who he says is a Kia boy. In June, that teenager was arrested for stealing a Kia. Our investigators have covered this rise in thefts for years. And in many cases, they found it was teenagers.
When it comes to your cars, I want everyone to be safe. Like, do not, let me repeat this. Let me say this again. Do not. If you see a Kia boy trying to snatch up your vehicle, do not go after them, chasing them. Do not get yourself hurt, harmed. Anything can happen. Just call the cops, report it stolen, and if it comes down to it, get an insurance claim. However you do all that. But do not go putting yourself in danger and harm's way. We need everybody safe. So, I seen this clip of Ginuwine. Oh, Ginuwine. He was singing in those jeans. I'm not sure if he was at a concert, doing it at a concert, but it looked like an outside festival or whatnot. And when I say the video was so funny because he failed. And it's not even it's not the principle of him falling because he's 50-some years old. Like, come on. But the way he failed, and he tried to take the person in front of him down with him, but it didn't go as he planned. And you know what? I want to play the clip. Okay. So y'all just seen the clip, right? So I'm not understanding why the man in front of him watched him fall. Watched Ginuwine fall. Knowing Ginuwine is 50-some years old, you gonna watch this man fall? You watched this man fall. And you didn't even help him up. Ginuwine was up under the stage, still singing in those jeans. Pretty good, pretty tight. There's no any more room for me. But he should have been singing once he got up on that stage. Can somebody help me up in these jeans? I'm up under this stage. Like, you know you could have helped my man's up. You could have got Ginuwine up. But no, you just gonna watch him fall. I wonder how, I'm mad the clip ends like that. Because I wonder how long was Ginuwine up under that stage singing? And how long did it take for them to get him from up under the stage? Because he definitely fell up under the stage. Well. That is it with Tezzie News for today. We'll be back on Tezzie's Way or HighWay. Up next, we got Up Close and Personal. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Tezzie Baby Productions. We are officially doing ad slots. Promote your business and local events, shows, and more. Here is the prices of our ad slots. Make sure you guys book now to set up your consultation with us via email at tezziebabyproductions@gmail.com. That is tezziebabyproductions@gmail.com. And we're going to make sure you feel at home when it comes to your services. And yes, all my business owners, come quick, come on in and make yourself at home here at Tezzie Baby Productions. And that email once again is at tezziebabyproductions@gmail.com. See you soon.
And from now on, I'm doing things my way. Tezzie's way or HighWay.
What's up, the siblings? We are back on Tezzie's Way or HighWay, and we about to get up close and personal with Marquis Storm.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. For the people who don't know, the women that want to know, and the niggas here for a good show, I go by the name, again, of Marquis Storm, rapper, songwriter, podcaster, entrepreneur, and the host of Sip and Chill, out everywhere on all platforms. Your angry bachelor himself. How are you?
I am great. You said an angry bachelor. What makes you an angry bachelor?
You got to hear the album, because we have evolved into not just, probably one of the most in-depth artists in the city, but like I've gotten to hear myself tell my truth this time.
Okay.
Of how I really feel on different types of subjects and topics, so.
Okay, so let's go back from the beginning.
All right.
Who is Marquis Storm? Let's start there.
So Marquis Storm is a man who is driven, a man who cares, a man who is willing to go the length in order to be great. And Marquis Storm was somebody who loved music but didn't know how to express himself the right way.
Okay.
So he started writing songs and raps. He didn't start getting hip to music and hip hop and R&B until like he was in middle school. So since then I just started writing and rapping songs, recording, dropping several EPs, mixtapes, different singles, different songs. The streaming era was different though, because I grew up with live mixtapes and Dat Piff.
Ooh.
All right.
It's giving senior citizen live mixtapes.
Oh. Not senior citizens. We unk, but
You unk status.
We unk status. They actually changed that scale recently.
I seen.
Yeah.
I'm little Sistahhh because that's my brand, but I'm actually auntie.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you little sis auntie though. Come on. You little sis auntie.
I don't want to be auntie yet.
What you mean? Nothing wrong with being an auntie.
It gives like I'm getting to being an old lady or something.
30 isn't old.
You done told the people my age. No, I didn't know I'm a senior citizen.
You're not even a senior citizen. You look amazing, okay? I didn't know I was sitting next to Halle Berry today. So, like, I'm just saying, come on.
Don't flatter me. That's so flattering.
I mean it.
So, you're a bachelor and you're newly single, ladies. So,
Yes.
Get in that man's DMs, guys.
Yes, I am newly single. I've just been more focused on like my brand and my content. I finally gonna have merch on the way soon.
Oh, perfect.
Been doing a lot of shows so far. Summer is usually where I do the most, where I like to go travel, like to go meet new people, get a lot more content for my podcast, my dating life is I wouldn't say it's in shambles right now, but it's just like I'm more focused on like the bigger picture at the moment. I want to be able to put a roof over my head and be set to do anything before I bring any woman into my life, or get to know anybody.
I love that. So let's draw it back a little bit. So you say you got interested in music in middle school.
Yes.
So what artist or what drawed you into music? Who was it?
Can I give you 3 artists that drew me in real quick?
Yes, and give us why and how.
All right. So the first artist that drew me in, you're not gonna believe this,
I'm scared. Who?
was actually Young Jeezy.
Ain't got a Young Jeezy. My mama had that so
Come on. That song was what really drew me in. Like 1, 2, yeah. And it's like I wanted a snowman shirt so bad until I had to find out what it actually meant.
I don't even know what it means.
It means you sell cocaine.
Really?
Yeah, you a drug dealer. That's what it meant back in the day.
Oh, wow. And I used to want one too.
Because they look so cool, didn't they?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So,
that's a great marketing, though.
It is. It's just like, it was just like anytime, mind you, I grew up in Cleveland Heights, went to Roxborough Middle School.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to them Rockets or them Tigers, but it's just like growing up there, I lived in a household. It was very, very conservative. We grew up. Black man living in another black household, living in a neighborhood full of Jewish people. So it's a very conservative street.
Very.
Yeah, and like as I said, like I bring home a snowman shirt, my mom would literally be like, "Oh, that's adorable," but my dad would be like, "What is you wearing snowman for? It's not even December. What is it?" But then like you wear it in middle school, they'd be like, "You going straight to the principal's office?" I'm just like, "Why are you taking him to the principal's office? It's just a snowman shirt." Because we didn't know the significance, but the younger teachers did.
So they were sending you to the principal office.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Anybody that had a snowman shirt, you was automatically going to the principal's office to change it to a different shirt.
Oh, damn.
You know, mind you, I was trying to get my snowman shirt from Mr. Allen's. Okay.
I used to be in here.
Let me tell you something.
Not even a cartoon. With that commercial.
Yeah. Mr. Allen's, you know, like 3 for $50. I'm just like, I need to get me 3 for $50.
He used to have all the deals, like.
Oh man.
And they used to be in Cleveland Heights.
Yeah, Cleveland Heights, East Cleveland.
East Cleveland.
No, Cleveland Heights, East Cleveland, Cleveland, South Euclid.
And then one in East Cleveland stayed for a good minute.
Oh yeah.
That stayed for a good minute. And I was like.
Right. What is it now? DTLR, where shit's expensive for no reason? Like.
I don't.
I'm not buying shoes for $200. Like, are you crazy? Listen, it depends on the shoe. It depends on the shoe.
So who the other 2 artists?
My bad. I keep going off subject. You right. So it was old Kanye.
Okay.
So
that workout Kanye.
Yeah.
The teddy bear Kanye.
Yes. Like late registration Kanye.
Okay.
It was Diamonds Are Forever Kanye. You know, that was my boy. And Common.
Okay. It's this song Common got. And it's with Mary J. Blige. And I can never get the name of the song.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't get the name either. You know, it was his I think it was off his Go album.
I think so.
No, it was B.
It was
B
something,
album.
but that song was so beautiful.
Yeah, it was a really good song. Common is just an extraordinary lyricist. He's not even a lyricist, he's a poet.
He's really good.
Yeah, he's a great storyteller too.
He's very good.
Yeah, like Common is what really inspired me. Do you mind if I give you my artist that inspired me to be the artist I am today?
Yes, go.
So it was Common, Talib Kweli, LL Cool J, old Kanye West, Pharrell. Man, there's so many. I said Pharrell already, right? Pharrell, a little bit of Jeezy, a sprinkle of Jeezy, but Lenny Kravitz. Yeah, Kenny G. Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson inspired me to add the ambience into my music, you know, like rain and thunderstorms. You know, she knew how to paint a picture with just like not with just her words, but just with like the ambience in the background, you know. And it's just like she made it okay to bring sexy, you know, and take sexy even further in the 90s, especially as an R&B artist. Because she expressed more R&B, but when she crossed over to pop, you know, because she was pop, but she knew how to jump back and forth.
Yeah, she knew how to do it.
But it's just like, she made it okay for me to express my sexy side in my music, and not just me having to just take my shirt off, but it's just like within my words.
Yeah.
You know? So
let's lead into, now we got to who's Marquis Storm. What brought you to doing music?
Proving niggas wrong. You know, proving niggas wrong. You know, it all started when I was in college. You know, I always wrote though. I didn't start writing until I was 13.
Okay.
You know, I always wrote rhymes and raps. I always sharing with people. You know, I wrote my rap. You know how like to your aunties and my uncles and stuff, and like, you know how aunties be like, "Hey, yo, show them that little dance that you be doing."
Man,
you know, but
my mama used to do that so much. To do that Michael Jackson dance.
That
like, do it right
Jackson,
now, man.
right?
Like,
just like on the spot.
Like,
but it's a motivator. You know,
it's a circus. What's happening on here, girl?
Hold up! Don't think of it as a circus. It's the
That's
motivator.
what I used to think growing up. Like, hey, she just want me to perform with all these people.
Right?
Like,
What is this, Barnum and Bailey?
Like,
Like,
Mom, I'm tired.
I'm tired.
They not even paying me.
You're right. They're not even paying attention either. It's just like, but it's just like I wrote these raps to her, and she saw me writing growing up. You know, as from 13 to 19, I was in my dorm room at University of Akron. And basically, like, I always told people, yeah, like, I write a couple rhymes here and there. You know, I'm thinking about, I want to get into this. Niggas started trying to play me like I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So I was just like, I got something for your asses then. You know, so I started, so like after college, after my freshman year was over, I started taking it more serious. I started going to the booth. I started saying I started seeing what was up. I started I started getting to the streets and just be like, yo, who's a producer here in Cleveland I can go to?
Period.
And then the rest was history. I hated how I sounded at first on the mic, but then afterwards I started slowly building up a squad, to help me out, people of like minds. Because I was just like, if you don't know who Marquis Storm is, y'all will find out. My name wasn't even Marquis Storm at the time. It was Wolf Saint Marcus.
Whoa.
It was long. Wolf Saint.
How did that long name transpire?
So basically, I was just still finding myself in my sound, but it was just like I liked how it sounded. Marcus was my dad's name. His name was Mark. So I just took it and I just made it a little longer, Marcus. People always see me as a nice guy, a saint. All right. But then I heard the name Wolf, and I was just like, I want something fancy. Wolves have always been like my spirit animals because they're leaders. They want to lead the pack. I always want to lead people and even myself to greatness. So that's why I came up with that name.
I love it. I really love that.
Yeah.
So let's speak on you going to Akron University. How was that experience being a college student there, being the home of LeBron James? And what degree did you end up getting out of Akron University?
So I didn't finish at University of Akron. I actually finished at Cleveland State.
Oh.
And, yeah.
How did that transition?
So grades. So like University of Akron was cool, but mind you, I came from a household where it was just like I was like kind of sheltered. So when I got that freedom, I didn't know what to do with it.
Oh, so you was wow.
I was acting a fool. I was going to parties. I was talking to all these girls, but I couldn't forget the mission, and that was get your education. All right. I fucked up my freshman year. I'll admit that, but I got back on the horse. We did it again. We got the grades that we needed. Got the grades again sophomore year. But Jim Tressel was getting in control at the time, and he was trying to change everything. And then my tuition went up, and I was just like, I can't do this. So I get ready to transfer to Cleveland State. But my mom, she hits me up like, I think you should go to Tri-C real quick. And I'm just like, I'm not fucking going to Tri-C. But
why everybody looking down on Tri-C like they don't be
No, because Tri-C be handing out opportunities. People sleep on Tri-C.
People be talking down sleeping though.
Listen, I was on Tri-C for a minute, but then I was just like, you have enough credits. You just do it for a year or two, you can get your associates. That was the first degree I got. I went to Tri-C. I actually made a lot of great friends out of Tri-C.
Yeah.
And who had the same goal and mission as me. I still keep up with some of them today.
That's good.
And like some of them have found success in where they're at. But I get done with Tri-C, I get my associate's degree, then I go straight to Cleveland State. Mind you, this is 2016, 2017. I become a junior. I finished my junior year, 2018. I get my degree in psychology. Mind you, I'm still doing shows every summer. Mind you, I'm still rapping every summer, but I needed to make more noise, so I started doing talent shows at University of Akron and Cleveland State, and they was like, who is this? He's nice. And I'm just like, my name is Wolf Saint Marcus. When I was doing these shows, there was a guy that saw me on stage and he took notice.
Okay.
We could talk about that as soon as we get done talking about school, but I got my degree in psychology, worked in the field, realized I love it here. I love helping people, but music is my calling.
It's your first love.
It's my first love. And, but do you mind if I talk about what I was doing?
Yeah, go.
So someone took notice of me and he saw something. Mind you, I was opening up for artists at the time. I was opening up for, Tech Nine and his boy Steve Stone, Jonas. I was Bubba Sparks, the Yin Yang Twins, Crazy Bone. But these were only 5 at the time. I've opened up for a total of like 11 artists in my lifetime. His name was Kevin Tyler. He took notice and he saw what I can do. He invited me to come through to the Fantasy and this old venue on the west side in Lakewood. He was just like, let me see what you can do, and I had one shot. I treated it like this was 8 Mile. I was just like, and I told my team, like, yo, we got one shot to fucking do this. All right, we got to take care of this. We got to take care of our business.
Do it.
Right. So then like, I'm taking like, I'm on stage, and like, mind you, I got people that came out to see me, you know, and then like, I get on, like, I'm going on, I do what I need to do. I take care of my business. He's like, all right, man. And then since then, the rest has been history. This man's giving me opportunities. Shout out to my boy, Kevin Tyler. He's giving me opportunities. He's helped me open up for different artists. He's giving me advice on marketing and promotion. And mind you, the landscape was changing. The blog era was in full effect. And the streaming was starting to make a rise and get popular. Mind you, Apple Music was on the rise. Social media was on the rise. Tidal was on the rise. Spotify was just getting big. Mind you, I knew my sound the whole time, but I kept experimenting. And when I finally found it, it was a jazzy type of feel. But niggas kept getting my name wrong on tickets while doing these shows too. And I was just like,
is it because the way you spell it?
No, it was the way that it was named. That I was named Wolf St. Marcus. St. Marcus Wolf. Marcus the Wolf Saint. I'm just like, none of this is me. So I was just like, I needed to switch it up, but for the love, because like I was gonna keep Marcus, but we had to switch it up to something short that people can understand. I switched it to Marquis Storm.
So, and that's how Marquis Storm was birthed.
That's right.
Okay, so let's lead into Mr. Marquis Storm. You are a podcaster. You have your own podcast, Sip and Chill.
Yes.
How did Sip and Chill start?
It all started during the pandemic. Thank God to Sip and Chill, because my music got even bigger from it. You know, it got even bigger. So Sip and Chill basically helped build the foundation, helped build the palette that I was looking for.
Okay.
Mind you, my music wasn't doing too well at the time because I was struggling a bit. And that was hard that was hard for me to say on this interview. But yeah, I was struggling, you know, and I was just like, there's more to this because I'm better than this. And it's just like, I'm not getting the attention that I need. So mind you, it's the height of the pandemic. We're all inside. We can't do nothing. It's 2020.
There's nothing going
There's
on.
nothing going on. We're all inside. You know, I was dying on the inside. My hair was growing out. My beard was looking rough. So,
you was having a moment of time.
I was looking like the wolf from Wolf St. Marcus, you know?
You turned into the character that you changed.
Exactly. You think I would turn into like, you know, sexy Jacob from Twilight Wolf, you know? No, I turned into struggling. He might be homeless. Let's give him a quarter wolf. All right?
Oh, no.
Let's give him a quarter or two. You know, but 50 cents. Can you imagine? Like, hey, here you go, sir. I know you sound like I have a job. Like, I have a job. Like, but I was dying on the inside, and like I was working on my EP, Love, Hate, Winter Break. People have like complained to me, like, why did you delete that? I was like, I didn't delete it. It was TuneCore. I didn't pay my bill, and this was the last of my contract with them. I was already with a distribution company, and so I do this again. I do the podcast, but it was an EP release party before a podcast. So I play my music. People are like, oh, this is dope. This is dope. These are the responses I was looking for because, like, mind you, I was working hard, you know. And then other artists come on. I was like, yo, let me play my music too. Play my music too. I was like, all right, yeah, I'll play your music. So I get a bunch of artists in my email saying, play my music, play my music. I was like, all right, cool. I play it. I was just like, I think I got something. All right. So then I'm just like, I put a post on Instagram, be like, y'all trying to come back to the Sip and Chill, you know, let's run it back. Email me your music. So I start like playing their music again. Mind you, I play some of my new stuff as well. And it actually helped the revenue of streams with one of my songs that I had called 3 Rings. And it really helped a lot. Mind you, I was on another mission as well. But I was just like, this is actually helping me. You know?
Dope.
Yeah. So then people were like, you should keep doing this. And I was just like, cool. I was like, I'm gonna bring in a guest. I'm gonna bring in a musical guest. I hit up my boy Denzel, the artist. Shout out to my boy, by the way. He's an R&B artist. You know, I bring him on and like we're making like I'm calling him like, yo, you should be a guest. I want to interview you in your music. He's like, all right, bet. The little that I knew, I just opened up a door to a huge opportunity in life.
Okay.
And that's how Sip and Chill was birthed. Since then, I've been able to do amazing things, and it helped my music. I even made a theme song for my podcast, and this was the first song that ever went viral. It literally took the net by storm at one point.
Okay.
No pun intended. It's called Proof. It's now 20,000 streams strong.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So when it comes to this new era of music, back in the day, they had regular copies, hard copies, CDs, MP3 players was a thing. Oh my goodness!
You remember the Zune MP3 player?
We had those iPods. Now
Right.
it's streaming. Everything's on your phone.
Right.
What evolution that you could think of for yourself that could be new for your brand?
What evolution? Like, elaborate on that question.
So as in, so we got streaming now, right?
Yeah.
What can you do to elevate your brand in music outside of using streaming that would lead into the newer generation?
Word to mouth, and that's been here since the dawn of time. Word to mouth.
Okay.
You know, and I know you're looking at me like I said elevate. You know, but it's
No,
like,
because that's a part of elevating.
that is, it's word to mouth. You gotta go to these places, mind you. If you gotta go to a party or two, go to like a networking event, word to mouth every time. Be prepared to show your music to people. Be prepared to start. If you're a podcaster, buy mini mics and just start interviewing people on the streets and start getting that content up. You gotta always have ideas. Have a good team behind you. Be creative on Instagram. This is your brand. This is your platform. You know, people will love your music if you just show them.
Yeah.
There's an audience now for everybody nowadays.
It's 8 billion people. Listen,
Yeah.
y'all. Let me tell y'all. Y'all favorite little Sistahhh. If y'all doing anything, the siblings, let me tell y'all. If y'all doing anything, whether it's hair, nails, media, music, anything in this world, you got the world in your hands. You have the internet. You have, and I'm gonna practice what I preach too, because I'm talking to myself as well. You have the internet. You have everything up under the sun. It's 8 billion people. Somebody gonna like it. And I'm gonna keep it real, because this is what I used to harp on growing up. Don't worry about your family. Don't worry about your friends supporting. They gonna come later on once you hype. But you got 8 billion people to reach. That little grasp of people, your family and your friends, that's a little grasp. I used to get upset, like when y'all don't even know, like I used to do 216 Cleveland radio back in 2015. That was my first start. So I actually been doing media for 10 years. This year I made 10 years. So
I didn't know that.
yeah, like I started that a long time ago. And that's because my parent wouldn't sign my Parent Plus loan to get in school. So I couldn't go to media school. So I've been trying to do this.
I'm actually headed back to media school.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Let's go. So all jokes aside, y'all, keep doing your things. Keep promoting. Keep putting it out there. Go to, like Marcus said, go to networking events. Do travel. Like, I'm going to tell y'all, traveling has helped me with my brand because I see myself outside of Ohio. Get out of where your state is. Yeah, you may not have the money. Take a 2-day, 3-day vacay. And you work that city in those vacay. But we back.
Go to every event possible. No one has ever been successful just staying comfortable. All right, you have to get uncomfortable. You have to get up from the couch. If it don't feel right, you get nervous talking to somebody at a networking event, that means you're doing it right. Because it's not supposed to be comfortable, especially if you're like really to yourself. Oh man, if you're an introvert and I see you introverting and you're supposed to be networking, I'm gonna walk over to you. I'm gonna be like, come on, I'm gonna help, I'm gonna assist you. Come on, let's network together. Let's get our brands out there.
I like that. I love that energy. I love that. I love that.
That's me, because I just love helping people. Trust me, I've had troubles along the way, but it's worth it though. You know, I've gotten to, as I said, I've gotten to do a lot with my brand. Sip and Chill has been nominated for awards. It's gotten me to different places. We got to talk about that one spot it's taken me.
Yes, let's get into your accolades, because you are a 6-time Ohio Entertainment Award winner.
Nominee.
I'm so sorry.
The win is coming though. The win is coming.
I think I'm speaking of winning.
Yeah, come on, it's coming.
This year.
Yeah.
So how was it like being in that experience, winning, like being nominated? Like when they called you, like you was nominated. How did that feel?
So I actually found out online. And mind you, I was trying to get nominated since 2018, but it was just like, it just wasn't happening. Because it's just like, I wasn't out there enough, you know? And I was trying to get out there for my music, you know? And 2021 is when I got nominated. So mind you, I'm just telling you because like my podcast was starting to get hot at the time. Mind you, we were all inside, all right? So there was no excuse for me not to network with people inside, you know? Because like I was networking with people like from Ohio to out of state, from around the world. Like literally Toronto, Montreal, Australia, England, South America, South Africa. Like I was getting the podcast out there. And like I was telling people like, yo, go vote for me, go vote for me. I started making videos like, this is the reason why you need to go vote for me. A month or two goes by. Andrew, shout out to my boy Andrew Lloyd. He puts out the nomination results, who got nominated. And I told people go vote for me for my music, because mind you, Proof was hot, you know, and I was performing it at every venue too. And then go vote for me for the podcast. Didn't get the music nomination, didn't get Best New Artist, didn't get Best Male Artist. I can see why I didn't get the new artist, I'm not new. I've been in these streets, you know, but what I did see was like my podcast got nominated. Mind you, I waited 3 years to get a nomination. The podcast got nominated, and I got nominated for Best Radio Podcast Host. All right. Mind you, the podcast was only out for like a year, you know, so which knew was stirring the pot. But like, there were rumbles, there were talks. There was just like, who is this nigga Marquis Storm? How did he get the nomination before me? And I was just like, oh, you want to see me repeat back-to-back noms? Bet. All right. So like, I was just like, let me show you this shit wasn't a mistake. So I'm telling people, mind you, it's 2022. You know, I had more guests. And I was just like, go vote for me. Ohio Entertainment Awards 2022, Best Sip and Chill for Best Podcast, Sip and Chill, Best Radio Host, Podcast Host, Marquis Storm. I had to prove to myself this wasn't a mistake.
No, not at all.
I get the second nomination again. You know,
oh, that's what's up.
Mind you. So then that's four. That's four.
Lucky four.
So then I'm just like, all right, let's do this shit again. Sip and Chill. But this time I was hit with a triple whammy. I did a show for Dre and Andrew Lloyd. They were looking for some of the hottest artists. This was in Maple Heights, you know, and they were just like, you know, it was something fun to do. You know, I networked with people, but I was just like, I got this new music, I got to try it. I got to see if they like it, you know? So like, I do the show. I do the show, mind you, different artists are in the room. And I'm glad I did the show. I'm going to tell you later as soon as I take these other accolades. So mind you, I'm a 4-time Ohio Entertainment Award nominee. All right. From 2021 to 2022. I'm trying to get 2023. So I'm just like, go vote for me. Come to Sip and Chill. Boom, 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 boom. I do my whole spiel. I do their show though, you know, and mind you, I pride myself on being a great entertainer, a great performer. But I didn't see this shit coming. But I was just like, we're gonna try something out. So I'm like, go vote for me, boom, boom, boom. So I'm just like, I get the nomination again, 2023, Ohio Entertainment Award for Best Podcast and Best Radio Podcast Host. But then I finally get that music nomination. I get nominated for Best Performer. You know, it's Best Live Performer.
That is amazing.
Yeah, mind you, that's my very first like nom ever. But that same year in 2023, I get the Cleveland Scene nomination for Best Hip Hop Artist in the City.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And mind you, I make top 3. I get 3rd that same year.
That's what's up. That's really what's up.
But then it became a trickle down effect. In 2024, I get the nomination again, but I get 2nd on Cleveland Scene. But this year, I got nominated again in 2025 for Best Hip Hop Artist. Now, where are we gonna land this year? Hopefully, we get that. We'll put up the one for me. We get that number one. The number one. Number one. That's where we're going for. but also I'm a 2-time Legend Award. I was about to say award winner. We manifested. I'm a 2-time Legend Award nominee as well.
Oh, that's good. That's really amazing. So let's speak on Sip and Chill.
Yes.
Where is Sip and Chill now, and how are you guys going to elevate for the new beginnings?
It's a new beginning. So we've been trying to take shit to the next level. We do a lot of audio podcasts. Mind you, it all started on Instagram. We do Instagram interviews as well. We started getting paid for it. You know, we started charging now. But if I come find you, you ain't got to pay. But if you come find me, you have to pay a little something, because we're a brand at the end of the day. We're trying to elevate. We're trying to get to the next level.
I love that.
You know, I take pride in my podcast and what I do. I'm a very humble guy. I don't talk about the accolades much, but they keep me motivated because I want that gold. You know, and I want the whole world to acknowledge me. You know, and just,
and that's okay. They want acknowledgement.
Yeah, I'm just like, y'all see what I'm trying to do. You know, mind you, I love what I do. I love getting to know people. You know, but it's just like the Sip podcast is basically, it's in a good place right now. But now it's just for me, it's just like life has been life in a little bit, but I'm making sure I stay consistent. I'm trying to make sure that I got my guests in the books that I want on, because there's a lot of talented people out here. Mind you, we're the voice of the voiceless. You know, the podcast is trying to make it back to the Grammys.
Yes, you know? Let's talk about that. You went to the Grammys, y'all.
Yeah.
I went to the Grammys.
Yeah, it was an amazing experience. I tell people that all the time, and it's like when I went there, I was like, nothing is impossible.
Nothing.
You know, nothing. Because mind you, there's new artists like us. They're learning from their mentors that are winning these trophies, these plaques, these medals and awards, who are just there learning, soaking it in. Like, I was there soaking it in. Mind you, the person that I went with was a part of the board. She was a voting member.
That's what's up.
You know, and she was like, she was playing at first. I thought she was playing at first. Like, I told her, man, she was like, you trying to come to LA, spend Christmas with me? I'm just like, you know, just like, I was trying to at first. I was like, aha, yeah. I'm down. I was like, I ain't got nothing else to do here in Cleveland, you know? So I'm just like, all right, cool. She was like, what are you trying to do like in the future with this podcast? Because, you know, they might be getting nominated they might be adding categories for podcasts or award shows. And this was in 2022. They've been trying to do this for a while. And
I think BET this year added awards.
Yeah, BET, iHeartRadio, and a couple other award shows. So I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm just like, if the Grammys is, that's great. Like, my goal is to make it to the Grammys as a musician and as a podcaster, maybe in the future, you know. She basically said, oh, you want to go to the Grammys? We can go. I'm just like, yeah. She's like, I'm a voting member. I'm just like, yeah, you did tell me that. That's dope. You know, she's like,
she's in the academy.
She's in the academy. Mind you, I'm thinking she's just joking. I'm just like, I'll be there for Christmas though. You know, she's like, I'm gonna go see how much tickets cost. So I'm just like, all right, bet. I'm not thinking anything of it. Mind you, I'm writing out content. She just texts me. I was like, all right, you ready? We just got to find the date and we can go. I'm just like, oh, you dead ass. She's like, yes, you're a talented dude. You need to be seen. And I'm just like, thank you. So she sends me a screenshot of the tickets. And she's like, we're going. I just need you to get a ticket here to California.
Let's go.
But then Omicron happens. The strand of COVID. Everybody gets sick. They have to push it back. They're just like, mind you, I already got my ticket to LA. So I'm ready to go. Plus I got my buddy Alexis. She works for the industry out there. Shout out to Alexis. She just graduated too.
Okay.
My Zeta Phi Beta sorority sister from another mister, you know. So Omicron is running rampant. Everybody's getting sick. But then I'm just like, hey, damn, you know. So she was like, oh, they just moved it to Vegas. Let's go. I traded in that ticket for another ticket to go to Vegas. You know, mind you, but she was like, don't trade it in just yet. We're going to meet me in Cali. We're going to hang out and shit.
And then y'all go.
And then we go to
Vegas is 4 hours drive.
Yeah, it's a 4-hour drive. We took the bus though.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so she was like, because I told her I don't mind driving. You know, I always wanted to go through like Death Valley and stuff.
Oh, goodness.
I know, it was bad. So it was just like, we make it to Vegas finally though. Like, fast forward, I go to LA, we're having a good time. Vegas, we get this Airbnb, it's super dope. And then like, you know, we go. Mind you, the day has come, the Grammys, I get my outfit. You know, I got like a little suit and tie going on and stuff. And like, mind you, the day before, I actually met an actor. You know, I saw him at the bar. I mean, him, and like, I saw him, he looked familiar.
Mm-hmm.
It was he turned around, it was Anthony Mackie.
Mm.
And I was just like, that's Anthony Mackie. Like, I was just like,
so calmly, y'all.
All right, I was just like, that's Anthony Mackie. Mind you, I wasn't gonna come off as a fan.
Okay, come normal.
Yeah,
they're human.
Yeah, they're human. They ain't come for all that, you know. And I didn't know that was his aunt at the time. So I wanted to get me a drink anyway. He was at the bar just talking and chatting, and you know, he was just like, I was like, how you doing, man? I was like, how are you doing? Love what you do. Keep it up. You know, I said it more, call me like this, like, hey, what's going on, man? Love what you do. Keep it up. And he was just like, thanks. He gives me the fist bump. I think nothing of it. I'm just like, okay. You know, I'm getting a drink. I'm like, yes, let me get a Crown Royal apple with cranberry. And the bartender's like, yeah. And he turns around. He's thinking I'm going to fanboy him and stuff. And it's just like, he turns around. He's like, what's your name? And I'm just like, oh, Marquis Storm. I was like, you here for the Grammys? He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, yes, sir. And I'm just like, I am too. And it's just like, he treated me like I was his peer, you know?
Yay.
And me and him had an amazing conversation. And like, people were trying to like distract us, trying to get his attention for like a picture and all that.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't having it. And it's just like, I really appreciated that from him.
He felt the respect level was like,
yeah,
condescending.
Yeah, and it's just like my thing. And I told him like, yo, I love what you do. And he just started dropping gems, and that's when I really started respecting and appreciating him. Because it's just like, I won't say them out loud because, mind you, it was a conversation between me and him as like two black men. But it's just like, he really was just like there, you know. And it's just like I took those gems, I put them in my phone. I take notes of everybody that I meet. And I just started like executing them the way I move nowadays. So we fast forward the next day at the Grammys. He was one of the presenters. You know, he presented the next award or the next guest to perform. Mind you, I met the girl. I didn't realize I met her yet, but from this band called HighWay.
Okay.
She was cool. I don't know if she expected me to just be like start fanboying or like. You know, but it's just like, I was just like, yeah, what's going on, sis? I'm just like, mind you, I'm at the Grammys. I'm around a lot of powerful people in the industry.
I gotta act the court.
Exactly.
You gotta act the court.
Exactly. You act the fool, they find out who you are, it's over with. You know, like
you can ruin your name before you even get
started. You know, so the next day, me and she wanted me as her date, you know, and stuff. And I'm sitting down. I'm at the pre-show. People are already receiving trophies and Grammys, and we're already at the red carpet about to take photos and stuff. I'm taking it all in, but it's just like what made it great was like there was a lot of us there.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of us. You know, and I was just
and
like,
y'all know what us mean. Don't act like y'all don't know
exactly. Exactly. There was a lot of us, you know, there, and like mind you, I told them like I'm an artist, I'm a podcaster. You know, and they was like, really? You have the voice of a host. You should start hosting soon. Mind you, I ran into Questlove, CC Winans, Doja Cat, SZA. I ran into one of the Backstreet Boys in the bathroom. You know.
Oh wow.
I was like,
I feel like the bathroom. You meet people in the bathroom, which is so crazy.
Right. I'm just like, I know this nigga. I know this is one of the Backstreet Boys. Like he was part of NSYNC or something. But I recognized the face, and like. I met Lil Nas's fashion designer. Lil Nas X's fashion designer. He was a really good guy. He was really into humanitarianism.
Okay.
You know, and he was great at what he did. You know, I met I didn't meet him. But he said I looked familiar. Actually, no, I did meet him. His name was Jay Ivey. He's a 2-time Grammy Award-winning poet, and his poems are incredible. You know, he was like, "You look familiar," and I was playing it off like, "Yeah, we probably crossed paths before. How are you, Marquis Storm?" He's like, "Yeah." He was with his wife and his family, you know, at this monumentous event, and I was just like, "That's my goal to get back, but as a nominee and to win, but have my family, my tribe with me, as I prove to them anything is possible." You know, I met Tory Lanez as dad. You know, I met her. I met the singer Her.
I love her.
Yeah, I met her father.
Oh wow, I love her.
And like he just, like, everybody was just a breath of fresh air.
That's good.
And I was just like, wow, this is amazing. Like, this is where I want to be. And as soon as I sat down, I was just like, nah, this is what I want for the rest of my life. You know, because it just proved like anything is possible. Nothing is impossible. I refuse to ever take the low road, or forever now, I refuse to forever like think nothing is impossible. Because if I can make it there, if I can go there, I can make it anywhere. You know?
And that's like the good thing and good part about like going after what you love. Because you will see like you doing the unthinkable and unimaginable. You like, wow,
like who would have thought a kid from Cleveland, mind you, Cleveland Heights, with people saying, oh, he ain't going, Marcel can't. I'm just like, actually, on the contrary, I can.
And I really can do this.
Right, and I have receipts to show all up and down my resume.
Okay.
So, and it's just like, it's all about, come on, let's clock it with me, man. Clock it, let's go, clock it.
Like that.
You know?
So let's get into your music.
Yes.
So Marquis Storm, the music artist.
Yes.
How can, in 3 words, I did this with Carrie Hilson. I just talked to her. I did this with her, so I want to
Hold on, what?
TTY.
Come on.
TTY.
Clock it.
TTY. So I asked her this question. I'm going to ask you. Since you are now new age, Marquis Storm, new music, in 3 words, what can you describe the new invention of Marquis Storm? 3 words.
3 words?
Carrie Hilson almost tried to give me 100. So you did 3 words now.
New and improved.
New, improved, you need one more.
New and improved.
And it's technically not a...
Okay, well, not even new.
Dig deep in your soul.
I'm trying. I'm digging real deep. You know, driven by success.
Okay.
Driven by success. Can I define that?
Go ahead.
I'm driven by success now. You know, mind you, I've had a lot of people even now say, "Oh, Marquis Storm can't do this. He can't do that." Mind you, I've been in rooms where I've proved to myself, actually, on the contrary, I can. You know, and watch me. It's just the fact that I just want it more than anybody. I see myself as a workhorse. Like, even when you think I'm not putting out shit, I'm still working on shit.
I love that.
You know?
I love that.
Yeah, and it's just like, even content, like, mind you, I just got done getting out of a couple beefs, and it's just like, beefs are nothing but distractions at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, I'm beefing with you, but I'm still working on the sideline, you know?
Wait, beef, pause. Who was you beefing with?
I was beefing with one other artist because I got 3rd in Cleveland scene. Mind you, I still stayed professional enough to do one of his events, you know? I know.
That is like, what?
I know. Also, like, I just got done beefing with somebody who he used to stay here, but because of his actions, he had to move and go do some other shit. You know, I don't even want to say his name or give him the time of day.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
It doesn't really matter.
It's like the blind leading the blind with this guy, you know?
So we're going to carry on with this one. So Marquis Storm, I know you have an album, you have a mixtape coming up. Let's talk about that. Like, what's the creative juices of creating your mixtape and then the creative juices creating your album? So
the creative juices, how they flow, is basically I'm inspired by life and what has transpired. My thing is with this album, the more controversial it was, the more powerful it became. You know, something more relatable. Mind you, I just dropped a song called Dapper Dan a couple of months back. It's just basically discuss how, like, I see what y'all are saying about me, and please believe we're going to address it. You know, and it's just like it became a very catchy song, and then it started circling around all these things. My next track is inspired by just proving the masses wrong. Like, no, I'm that guy. I'm that artist. I'm gonna be here for the long run. But y'all take care. Y'all be safe out here, though. All right.
Y'all take care.
Y'all take care and be safe out here, though. You know, mind you, we still got so much more work to do. But basically, the album is surrounded by work ethic.
Okay.
You know, and it just leads into what I've been going through. And that album is called The Feeling's Mutual. You know, because the feeling will always be mutual.
I like that.
Yeah. But mind you, the mixtape, let's talk about the mixtape.
Let's go.
The mixtape is called The Wolf of Rap. You know?
So Wolf of Rap, you're going into your wolf roots.
Mm-hmm. Mind you, I had to reinvent myself. Because I'm just like, I feel like I'm not really being me. Because I'm a very classy, GQ-ish type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So like, for me, I like throwing on some Stacey Adams. I like throwing on a suit, wearing that every day.
So could you see yourself, you know how back in the day, they used to perform in suits? Charlie Wilson still does.
Oh yeah.
Would you do
Isley
that?
Brothers do too.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can. I just got done performing in a whole suit jacket in Kent.
Do it be hot?
Hell yeah.
I want to ask a man, like, wait, do it be hot? Y'all be doing out here?
Hell yeah, it's hot. But it's a different aesthetic. You know, because people don't see that unless you're like Jadena, you know? So like
okay.
But like mind you, that's kind of like it's become like my thing because this is how I see it. You dress for the job that you want.
Mm-hmm.
This music shit is what I want, so I dress for the job that I want.
That's true.
Yeah, you dress for the job that you want, you know. And I'm not uncomfortable, and I'm not comfortable like just sitting here saying I'm gonna do some shit and I'm not gonna do it. You know? I never felt comfortable doing stuff like that.
Okay, I love that. So let's lean into your mixtape is coming out soon.
Mm-hmm.
When is the drop date? Let's start there.
We're dropping in August.
In August? Okay, August 2025. So when it comes to studio, what do you need in the studio? Some people need to smoke. Some people need a whole bunch of girls in the studio. Some people need favorite snacks, favorite foods. What is like your studio aesthetic to get you in the mood to like get the beat of the booth going in?
Mike and the producer.
You don't need nothing else.
Nope. I don't let anybody in the studio with me unless they're a feature. I don't let women in the studio with me.
Okay.
God forbid you smoke, I'll kick you out so fast. I'm serious. I don't need anybody. Like I need to stay focused. You know?
I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that 110%. So musically. Okay, let me give you when I listen to your music for the first time, let me give you the idea. I'm like, don't beat me up. I was like, why are you yelling at me? I'm like, wait, why are you yelling at me? Because you are, what's the words I'm looking for? When you rap, your rap is good, but at the same time, it's like, yo, like, I feel like I'm being corrected or something.
I'm reprimanding you.
Yeah.
Because I have to see, you have to understand, like, I like to put true feelings in these songs.
You definitely does that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I gotta put true feelings. What makes me different is I'm very articulate as well.
Okay, yep.
Yeah. Because, like, people were like, why are you rapping like that? Like, you can say a little, you can be like, rah, or like, and I'm just like, no. That's what makes me different. That's what makes you listen. I need you to hear every word. I'm very articulate. So even when I'm yelling at you articulately, you know, like if I'm saying some like my favorite song, like chilling in Pasadena, bumping niggas love Aaliyah. I reminisce when your girl told me that she didn't need you. We would laugh and then dance to that new Tamia. Your girl is a spice nigga, Mama Mia. She's a Zeta, a part of Ada or Beta Beta. Either way it goes, I buy her dinner, then I see you later. She loves the ice when I go up and yell 06. You call her a bitch, but I'll teach that dog new tricks. You know, I'm just like,
okay, see? He done gave y'all a little siblings. He done gave y'all a little razzle-dazzle.
a little taste, you know?
A little
like
taste.
I need people to understand that, you know? I need you to understand when I dab in a little, when I dip and I sprinkle a little bit, y'all gotta hear all of it, all right? People hate the way I say the N-word in my songs. It's been a topic for like a while now.
Oh wow.
They don't like it because it's how I say it. You know?
We ain't even gonna get into
we
it.
We won't get into it.
That
But it's just like, why can't you replace the N-word with something else? Because it's the way, basically they say it because it's the way I rap. Some people say I rap like Fresh Prince, you know, LL Cool J, Will Smith, you know, I'm just like, yeah, but it's just like, it just works for me. And yet y'all still jam to it every time I bring it up at a show, you know?
Yeah, you sure do. So
Yeah.
I got a question.
What's up?
So I'm coming back, making my comeback media, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm coming back like full force.
Mm-hmm.
What's some advice you would give me? I know you give me razzle dazzle advice, but what camera advice you would give me on Tezzie's Way or HighWay?
Don't think about it. Just do it. If you're gonna come back, make it loud, make it clear that you were here and you're here to stay. Okay.
Okay.
Don't let anybody tell you that that you've been gone, that you fell off, because you didn't fall off. Life was life. That happens to everybody. We're human.
But I still was doing stuff, so it wasn't
Exactly.
like I was never like,
Exactly.
I just wasn't posting everything, but I had to still do my behind the scenes to keep my name known.
Exactly. If you got some stuff that you're doing in the background, make sure you post it immediately.
I think I need to quit sitting on content.
You can't sit it. You're sitting on content? You're sitting on content? What is going on?
I got a problem with that. So,
Oh my God, people, she's sitting on content.
because I have my production company, right?
Oh.
And I wrote some shows, so like I'm doing auditions so I can film stuff because it's a lot of stuff I wrote that is so good where it's like, it's time to get it out there.
Right.
And some stuff I filmed last year that I still haven't brought to the surface, so I'm gonna bring. Don't fuck.
Tezzie. We finna fight, man. Oh my
The
God.
loudness is in the room, y'all.
It's abundant. Like, it's abundant. Like, even I hear it. It's
But
abundant.
no, everything's gonna come out 2025. So like everything's gonna be out. These are my babies. So when it comes to music, what advice could you give the siblings for actually starting a podcast?
Starting a podcast?
Starting a podcast.
Out the gate. Get it out the gate. Don't. If you're gonna do it, do it. But also be ready to post as much content as possible. Make sure you're able to get into several pockets. Make sure you have your audience. But don't be scared to jump into other audiences too. Because, you know, I would say Sip and Chill travels everywhere. We just got done interviewing a world champion in wrestling and in UFC.
That's what's up.
You know, he's really, really good people. Shout out to my boy Filthy Tom Lawler. Shout out to Manders, sorry. Really good people. Love what they do. But the passion that you have for this, you know, make sure that you take it serious, or else no one else is going to take you serious. You don't want to be someone who lives a life of shoulda, woulda, coulda, when you actually could have executed. You should have executed. You would have executed, but you had an excuse. All right?
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
I got another one from you. Ready?
Oh, yes.
Don't be a shoulda, woulda, coulda ass nigga, okay? And don't be a what if. What if I did this? What if I did that? Why are you living what ifs when you can live in the now? All right? It's not about the moments you take, but the moments that take your breath away. Okay? And make sure that you take what you're doing and what you love and make sure that it takes your breath away every time.
You know what? I really love that. I love that advice. I honestly love that advice. So before we end up closing out, this episode is going to be 2 parts.
Oh,
Because
really?
you see the time.
Oh.
It's 2 parts. It is 2 parts.
Has to be.
It has to be. So this is going to be a 2-part episode, episode 3 and episode 4.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's good, the greater the juice.
Hey,
Oh, wait, I didn't even take my breath.
I see what you did there. Oh, and that's right. I'm teaching you how to spit some bars, right?
Wait, yo.
Uh-oh.
Yes. But before we get into that, wait, you gotta tell them where to find your music at, your social media. Let's start there.
Yes. For the people who don't know, the women that want to know, and the people here for a good show, again, my name is Marquis Storm. All right. And you can find me on all platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, LimeWire, if you still have it, if you like destroying computers in your software, like anything and everything. All right. Go download Dapper Dan. All right. Out on all platforms. We're dropping new music in July. All right. We got to get a little 2-for-1 special. Checkmate dropping in July. Okay. Starship Groove dropping in July. All right. So I'll see y'all soon. Sip and Chill is going to be back in the building later in June. All right. And I'll see y'all soon. Thank you for having me, Tezzie.
You're welcome. So, thank you so much for coming on Tezzie's Way or HighWay, but you cannot leave. You want to know why you can't leave?
Why can't I leave?
Because I got you on another segment, and it's called the comfort room.
Not the comfort room.
Yes, it's comfy.
Oh, I see.
And y'all want to know what we're going to be doing on the comfort room?
What we doing?
Well, we'll be back on Tezzie's Way or HighWay, so you'll see it next. Ha!
Ha ha. Catch y'all soon.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Tezzie Baby Productions. We are officially doing ad slots. Promote your business and local events, shows, and more. Here is the prices of our ad slots. Make sure you guys book now to set up your consultation with us via email at tezziebabyproductions@gmail.com. That is tezziebabyproductions@gmail.com. And we're going to make sure you feel at home when it comes to your services. And yes, all my business owners, come quick, come on in and make yourself at home here at Tezzie Baby Productions. And that email once again is at tezziebabyproductions@gmail.com. See you soon.
And from now on, I'm doing things my way, Tezzie's way or HighWay.
What is going on, the siblings? Y'all, we here on the comfy room on Tezzie's Way or HighWay, and we got Marquis Storm. He's still with us. What's going on?
What's going on, sis? How are you?
Man, see, let's get into it.
All right.
You about to teach me how to rap, so this about to be your stage as the instructor. You're gonna give me some pointers and some tips.
I got you.
After that, right? You wanna know what we doing next?
What we doing?
I'm gonna have to rap for you. You gonna chime in. We're gonna like bar for bar again.
Okay, bar for bar.
All right, so this is your floor. You teach Tezzie.
All right, so Tezzie, there's no way to it. Basically, rap is just poetry. You know, we go back. Hip hop is the culture. You know, hip hop is a way of life. It's a way of living.
Okay.
Okay. So for me, how I learned how to rap. I had to write first. You know, I wasn't a freestyler. You know, so
okay.
I got you. So
Can I say something? Can I do a rap that I always have in mind?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
It's how you style it up. You know, so.
Okay, so the thing is, I know you're my teacher, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I know how to rap. I'm the biggest rapper alive, right?
You the biggest rapper?
I'm the biggest rapper alive.
Okay.
They call me better than Jay-Z.
Better than Jay-Z. Now, look, hey, you gotta eat the words.
Now, look, and then you say Young Jeezy was wrong?
Yeah, Jeezy.
My name Tezzie, you feel me?
Young Tezzie?
Young Tezzie.
A.K.A. calling Young Tezzie.
Alright, so this how I be, okay.
Okay.
It's your girl Tezzie and I can't play. None of you girls wanna slay. I be rapping and trapping. Ooh, what up? What you think?
That was cool. I mean, you be rapping while you trapping. That's crazy work, but you know.
But do I look like a trapper?
I mean, you'll be surprised. Trappers come in all shapes and forms. You know? Some of the most dangerous trappers be wearing what you be wearing.
But I don't want to look like I'm lying in my rap.
Well, the thing is, you got to tell your truth in these raps, all right? One thing about artists, we tell our truth in these raps, you know? So, mind you, I say, time flies, yeah, so do these hands. Don't understand anyone can get them free on demand. Put your face in the sand as you play with your hands. And I take you out the picture like Diddy Show making the band. Niggas starting shit that they can't finish. Demon Slayer in this bitch. I'm a straight up menace. You know, something like that.
Okay,
you know? Niggas talking tough like they really repping the set. Come on, my nigga. You only tough when you're over the net. You only talking crazy IG or an app. Hey, want to see hip hop die? Ask that nigga to rap. You know, just like, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna say what's on your mind, you know? You're gonna get a word. We're gonna toss it in the air, and basically that's how we're gonna do it. All right. So you know, you said your name Tezzie, right? Tezzie.
Yeah.
Yo, come on, Tezzie. Let's make this shit easy. You can't even do that or the third, but when you with Tezzie, no, hold up. Now I messed up. Even the teacher messes up so far. Sometimes even the teacher messes up sometimes.
Come on now, you the teacher.
I know. I'm trying to.
Come on.
All right, Tezzie. All right, Tezzie. Don't even help me explain. Stay in your lane. You know, I feel like your goals, our raps, should be in the Hall of Fame. I ain't 2 chains with 2 bracelets, but I know niggas are hating because they hate it. expeditiously speaking, I'm not with all these Latinas, but yo, I don't mind a Puerto Rican. Okay? Muy caliente. It's hot in here. No fear as I watch myself disappear. This is a freestyle from the zone, from the dome. I'll bring it back home. I'm in my zone. You know, I hate it when niggas say, when I'm not acting myself, you must be a clone. It's the weirdest shit ever. I see how you're looking at me right now. I'm single this summer. I'm outside. I'm not trying to find forever. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so like just like you just sometimes gotta play with it sometimes.
Okay, let me play.
All right.
So hold
You gotta find your rhythm. You know, find a rhythm.
Hey yo, back in the day, they like, hey yo. Hey yo. I be like, man, come on, get to it.
Right, I'm just like,
oh.
I keep Rick Rossing.
Hey, get the Rick Ross, catch it back and get it out.
Right.
Okay, so all right. This go around, I'm not on the couch. I'm out in your house.
Hey.
Ooh, I'm in your house. Ooh, make yourself at home. My name is Tezzie. I got a platform. Make yourself at home. Hey, make yourself at home. We riding on that Tezzie way. Tezzie way. We riding on that Tezzie way. Tezzie way. Hold on. Let me tell you one thing, you can hit the highway, cause I don't got time for the games, ayy. I'm tired of all the BS. Ooh, it's time to go. If you ain't goes, they don't know.
That was sick. I was about to all right, see, Tezzie, I see that you on the way, but let's not ever get it twisted. I never missed it or twisted. I got a visit from a mistress. I never risk it at all. As I fall back like a ball cap, like I'm 90s Keaton and Kel, like I'm all that. I'm throwing craps like life is a gamble. Even though I like to take money in the music and try to use for a sample, I might stutter just a little incidental when I find it. I don't even know.
The teacher stutters too, right?
Yeah. Wait, what'd you say?
The teacher stutters too, right?
The teacher stutters too. All right.
Teachers make mistakes.
Yeah.
But you're a teacher, you're not supposed to.
Hey, listen. Teachers make mistakes. You learn it from me. I told you I'm a writer. At the end of the day, I am a writer.
Okay, so we got my little skills, right?
Yeah.
Before we go pen to pen, hand to hand.
Pen to pen.
Not pen to pen. We ain't writing.
Oh, okay.
We ain't writing.
Y'all want to see me pen to pen now?
We ain't even got the pen and paper today. So, how could you rate the raps that I gave you as my teacher?
Out of 5 or 10?
Out of 10.
Out of 10?
Be honest now.
As a beginner?
And critique.
You know. All right. I'll give him a 4, you know?
Okay, why 4?
You still learning.
So I'm not better than Jay-Z at this moment.
No, listen. You want to know if I think you can be better than Jay-Z? What's important is you have your health, okay? What's important is you have your health, and I think, because even I know, can I be better than Jay-Z? Hell yeah, if we work at it, you know? Can we make our name a household name? Hell yeah, if we work at it. You know, but you know, are you better than Jay-Z? I'll be honest. So what's the next subject? You know, what we get into next?
So we gonna finish each other's lines.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Let me see. I got a Bacardi. Ooh. I got a Bacardi. Ooh. My mama just don't know. Ooh. My mama don't know that I'ma be a star, and she don't know that I'ma be a star, but she gotta know that her baby gonna be rich. Ooh, her baby gonna be rich. Go ahead, yo, pop.
Hey, Why are you hiding alcohol from your mama? You already know that type of shit's gonna bring some drama. I ain't no Sama, but I might drop a bomb if you don't tell her really soon. Yes, you're gonna be rich, but I don't want you looking like a buffoon. I'm gonna tune in like I'm Nick Cannon and wilding out, because I need to really know what you're really talking about. I'm in and out with it. I'm so cool with it. I'm not a fool with it, but I'm gonna bring it back to you because you're so smooth with it.
I'm so smooth with it. Let me do my smooth voice. Hold on. Let me do my smooth voice. Hey, you wanna take me on a date? Yeah, cause I didn't tell my mama. Yeah. Hey, I'm not gonna tell my mama, cause she gon' kick me up out the house. Hey, you know she don't play that boy stuff. Hey, you know I'll be on punishment forever. Hey, my daddy don't even know either. Ooh, but I wanna go on a date. And I want to see ya. Ooh, and I'ma kick it back to ya.
Hey. Yo, that was hot. I see what you did, and I like what you got. But girl, are you trying to shoot your shot?
No.
Quick, that was a quick question because I had to confirm. You know, I feel like these raps that you're doing, they're getting better, but I'm not trying to get burned. You see, I seem kind of concerned the fact that you're trying to shoot your shot with me, but I see where it is, and if you want paradise, this is where you need to be.
Oh, paradise! Hey, the siblings, do y'all want the sister want paradise? Do I want paradise or no?
Yeah, everybody deserves a little paradise.
Paradise or no, y'all? I'm out of words, like.
Yeah, what should she do? Comment below.
Yeah, you know what? That's the big comment below. Comment below what Tezzie should do. Do Tezzie want paradise? Comment below. So, what do you grade that?
It was better. I give you you went up 2 markers. I give you a 6, 7. All right.
I'm like in a neutral way, neutral.
You know, neutral. I don't know if you're getting a little neutral right now, but it's getting there.
Okay.
It's getting there. As I said, practice, consistency, repetition. You know, rap.
I think I would play though when it comes to being a rapper. I know how to sing. I'm not doing it too.
You ain't telling me you knew how to sing though.
I used to sing in a choir growing up. That's another story for another day. Maybe I'll talk about that when I come to Sip and Chill.
Okay, no, for sure. Definitely make sure y'all tune in to Sip and Chill too. All right, all this summer we dropping episodes. But yes, understand. Yeah, we got to get that when you get.
So tell them where to find you at.
What's going on, you guys? You guys can find me on Instagram, Facebook, MySpace. No, you guys can find me on Instagram on all platforms. Marquis Storm, first name Marcel_Deer. Marquis Storm, MARQUIS, Storm, STORM. That's where you guys can find me.
MySpace is insane.
I know.
MySpace was probably the best social media.
It was. Like, we all could have been coders if we actually knew that what we was doing at the time was actually coding. Did you know that?
Yeah.
In order to get the backgrounds and stuff?
You was coding to get it.
Yeah.
So I think they should do a movie on MySpace. I think it's time.
Oh, they need to do one on Twitter. I don't know how it got so crazy on Twitter.
I don't even have a Twitter no more. Can't remember my passwords. I had 2 Twitters and I don't know the passwords.
Trust me, you ain't missing much. You ain't missing much.
The siblings, this is it of the comfy room. Thank you guys so much for watching Tezzie's Way or HighWay. And I can't wait to see y'all soon. My babies, the siblings. I love y'all. And y'all favorite Sistahhh is out. Bye.
Later, you guys.
And from now on, I'm doing things my way. Tezzie's Way or HighWay.